The Militarnyi reported that using an FPV, first-person view, drone equipped with a thermal imaging camera, Ukrainian soldiers targeted and destroyed the advancing enemy vehicle. The FPV drone, provided to the troops through donations from civilians, played a crucial role in this operation. Footage of the drone operator's combat actions was made public by the Come Back Alive Foundation, which coordinated the collection of donations for the Ukrainian forces. In the video captured on one of the frontline sections, a Russian IFV, likely transporting infantry, is seen moving in the open. The Ukrainian FPV operator locks onto the enemy IFV and pursues it, delivering a precise strike to the vehicle's rear. Subsequently, another Ukrainian drone records the successful outcome of the strike, showing the Russian vehicle engulfed in flames. The effective combat actions undertaken by the Azov Brigade likely resulted in not only the loss of enemy armored vehicles, but also inflicted casualties on the enemy forces who were aboard the IFV during the engagement. Ukraine is tinkering with its fleet of first-person view FPV drones, one of the most popular drones in its battle with Russia in the air, to do more damage to Moscow's armored vehicles as Kyiv struggles with dwindling ammunition stocks from its western allies. Ukraine has said it developed armor-piercing ammunition, known as EFP, compatible with its fleet of FPV drones. According to Ukrainian media, it is designed for use against military vehicles with some measure of armor, including armored personnel carriers or infantry fighting vehicles and self-propelled artillery. The ammunition can travel at 1,800 meters per second, according to Ukrainian sources. Explosive formed projectiles, or penetrators, EFP, are not a new technology, but a version of standard armor-piercing shaped charge rounds, said military expert David Hambling. EFPs penetrate less armor than other shaped charges, which is why they are less popular, he told Newsweek. However, they provide a much longer range. The main advantage for the ammunition on Ukraine's FPV drones lies in Kyiv's operators being able to trigger the round from afar. EFPs will also zip right through cages or netting, which is often used to protect vehicles from FPVs, he added. FPV drones quickly became almost emblematic of Ukraine's efforts with unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. They can be used to record dramatic battlefield footage where the drone careens towards Russian vehicles before exploding, or deployed as reconnaissance tools to guide artillery strikes. Mikhailo Fedorov, Kyiv's Minister of Digital Transformation, heading up Ukraine's drone efforts against Russia, told Newsweek in December that they work sometimes even more efficiently than artillery. As concern deepens over Ukraine's scarce stockpile of ammunition, the new EFP ammunition attached to FPV drones may offer some help in bridging the gap between Ukraine's ammunition stores and the reality of how many shells it needs. Ammunition has featured high up on Kyiv's wish list of aid from its Western backers, but NATO supplies have been depleted, not least of the in-demand 155mm shell. Throughout the more than 25 months of war, Ukraine has raced against Russia to develop innovative drone solutions, and Kyiv dominated FPV manufacturing in the early parts of 2023. Russia then responded by ramping up its own production programs. Kyiv, meanwhile, has run several fundraisers to keep up its supply of cheap but crucial drones. Multiple Russian volunteer, state and affiliated manufacturing efforts have significantly ramped up FPV development and shipped large quantities to the front, Bendit previously told Newsweek, adding in mid-December that Russia was likely receiving tens of thousands of FPV drones from these efforts each month. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu said earlier in March that Ukraine had sustained approximately 71,000 casualties since January 2024. This was very similar to the Russian casualty figures put forward by Ukraine's military. Kyiv's tally at the time put their enemy's casualties at approximately $72,000 since the start of the year. Approximately 31,000 soldiers have died fighting for Ukraine against Russia, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in late February. Shoigu said in late 2023 that Kyiv had sustained 383,000 casualties since February 2022, according to domestic state media reporting. The losses, despite caution around specifics, are extensive on both sides. But Kyiv has warned that Moscow is likely to start a new offensive in late May or during the summer, and that it is amassing new troops for the effort. Future aid from the U.S., Ukraine's single largest source of military assistance, still hangs in the balance. A new package worth $60 billion has been stuck in Congress for months. The Pentagon unveiled a short-term stopgap tranche of aid worth $300 million earlier in March, but stressed it would fall short of addressing Ukraine's needs for the coming months.
Выстрел! Пострел! Пострел!